taking place.
Rijkaard.
Cruyff. Cruyff really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Vermin looking for the chance to skim one in from range. And here's Neymar. Looking for... And the finish! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Rijkaard.
And it's Cruyff. And here's Eto'o. Eto'o unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Shot could be on. Now that's a fine challenge. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And here's Isak. Gabriel was in no mood for any of that. Isco is always looking to break lines. Cafu makes a dash for it. Oh, that was vital. It's a pretty loose chance! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 20.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 19, Neymar.
Rijkaard
Number
wins the
16,
duel this time.
Fermin.
Barcelona have now used up all but one of their substitution windows.
Isco.
Has to go
Coming
back
on the
here.
field.
Oh, he's having a go! Oh, screamer! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of...
Oh, how good is he? About as smooth as it gets. And they've got their lead back. Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Barcelona with the lead. And this is Schneider. A header! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Pick that one out, it was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Barcelona now in a position far more desirable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Davids with the foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Rijkaard.
Maradona charging forward, the ball at his feet. Cafu driving on and making good progress. Nice control. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Great vision. Cafu receives it in a wide position. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Arsenal have their second corner now. Messi with the short one. Pinches it off him. Now the cross. Terrific effort! And yes, it's there! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Arsenal cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Schneider, Isak. Oh, he's found support out wide. Zanetti can get it clear.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Schneider. Oh, that's nice. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Very much into the last knockings. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Arsenal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And it's Davids. Oh, good take in a good area. Schneider has created one goal already.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Played out wide. Davids. Davids. Cruyff does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Look at the space here. Oh, super ball. Davids.
And it's Rijkaard.
And it's Messi. Looking to play him in. He has found the way through. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And that is as far as it goes. So the winner's bullish and belligerent after a remarkable... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. There's the whistle, and here we go.
I think Frank Lampard will be key here, Peter. He's certainly going to be asked to do an awful lot. Recycling, distributing, and of course running box to box.
Yeah, we'll all keep an eye out, won't we, for those trademark arrivals into the opposition penalty area.
Yeah, those late runs which made him one of the most productive midfielders England has ever produced.
That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. That's a cute ball. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Lampard. Musiala. Can he get it through? And he welcomes it in. Shoots! What a wonderful goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he shoots! And that's a tidy finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Bragantino are doing very nicely, thank you.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue. Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Tries a shot! And that is wildly off target.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Costa Curta. Eto'o chasing after it. Now it's Hazard.
Bragantino definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
He's got away. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And one more try! Cannavaro can clear it away. Zola could move up a gear here.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Rodri. Nice-looking ball. Neatly clipped into space. Towering header! He will be livid with himself. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He is through here! Dani Olmo has a look and plays it forward. Odo. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Musiala.
Musiala. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Eto'o. Tries to play it through. Lopez. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Hazard was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And here's Eto'o. Musiala plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and
He's rising! Firm header, just off target.
that's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And he's intervened well there. Fermin. Now it's Girassi. Lopez. Cross to the back post. Otto with the clearance. And this could be the final action of the first half. They've played it short. Dani Olmo is onto this. And it's Lopez. Fermin! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. A thrilling end to the half there, one that very nearly changed the complexion of this game completely. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Barcelona really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Pinches it off him. Pass somewhat off target. Vieira. Cannavaro. Nesta is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And it's Cannavaro. Zola. Hazard. Great vision. That is good alertness.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good...
It's Eto'o! And he hits the net! Just one goal in it now! Game on! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Fermin unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Musiala. Lampard. Well read, nice interception. Bragantino appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And it's Olmo. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had a shot! It's hit the upright. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Well, that has not gone well. Shevchenko. Now it's Hazard. And he was quick to react. And here's Eto'o. Dani Olmo. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Vieira demonstrating his defensive quality there. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's a throw.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 20, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 22, el dorsal 16,
Ronaldinho.
el dorsal 9.
Now, can they get him away?
Serán sustituidos por...
Bragantino clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
El dorsal 14, el dorsal 21, Filippo Inzaghi, cambio de jugadores.
Now it's Shevchenko. Neymar.
There they go, hunting again.
Defending of the desperate variety. Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Barcelona now in a position of desperate urgency.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Seedorf is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down.
Seedorf! But he's left disappointed.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Is there a... takes a shot! Looking to... he's having a shot! And he's stuck it away! We thought they were done, but never say never! So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Cruyff. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So that's got things underway. There is the lithe figure of Ed Nielsen.
Well, I think it's his athleticism that's helped him pioneer that style of playing out from the back, probably before the term even existed, Peter. He'll have a massive part to play in ensuring this team keeps its shape.
In what way?
Well, he'll effectively switch between centre-back and defensive midfielder, constantly sniffing out danger, but it's his ability to turn creator when he wins the ball back, which makes him so key.
Yeah, he's got the lot, hasn't he? No wonder his team, and indeed his national team, have been so successful with him in the side.
Spot on.
And here's Nunez. Nunez! Now that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Barcelona can try it again now. Barcelona have their second corner now. Ribéry goes short. Lovely bit of skill. And now they can spring out of defence. Threads one in. That looks a good ball through. Shot could be on. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And here's Eto'o. Edmilson. Pedri.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, just a keeper now! And a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Pedri.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Ribery. Tries to pass it through. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Rodri. And it's Lopez. Now there's a fine... Eto'o! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Oh, one takes a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So, third corner of the game. Yamal! Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. That's an imaginative pass. Eto'o providing an outlet on that flank. He won't be happy with that one, and that's gone loose. Now that looks a decent ball. Goes for a shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Guirassy looking for the run. And the ball is out of play. Belletti. Ribery. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now it's Eto'o. The ball has bounced loose now. Driving forward. Rijkaard. Rodri. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nice bit of trickery. Lopez. Edmilson. Darwin. And the counter is on. And it's Pedri. Ribery. Fermin. Now it's Guirassy. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Fermin. Rijkaard. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
This is a promising build-up. Now it's Pedri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? There's the shot! Superb goal! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Barcelona with the lead. Pedri. Edmilson. Barcelona are looking to break at pace. And it's Pedri.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Guirassy. That has been cut short. Raul. Oh, he's defended and the referee has blown for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. The second half is up and running.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Shoots! Oh, and And again! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Oh, that was vital. And the shot! And there's a goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Eto'o really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And here's Lopez. Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And here's Dani Olmo. Barcelona can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And he's in a big chance! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Of course, there's a question mark over the keeper on his near post there, but it was such a clever finish to spot the gap and find it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And here's Dani Olmo. And that interception was most necessary. And it's Rodri. Brilliantly cut out. Now it's Saviola. Baresi cuts it out. Fermin. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. And here's Dani Olmo. Oh, that's fabulous. Now, who's going to be first to this? Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's had a shot! He's got away with one there.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Well, the two
7.
coaches are signalling changes here. Both at... It's Inzaghi! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then.
El dorsal 21. Filippo Inzaghi. El dorsal 14. Cambio de jugadores.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Tries to play it through. And it's McAllister. That is lovely. Look at the space. Neymar! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Rijkaard. Darwin. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And this is Cruyff. Neymar. Shot, surely! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Barcelona have their third corner. Neymar with the short one. Can he finish? Oh, it's hit the post. Another one of football's and how moments. Rijkaard. Ah, he's given it away. And he's picked out the run. And Darwin. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Could go all the way here. Neymar is wide and looking to get onto this. McAllister with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make...
Oh no, what has happened here? Inzaghi!
Barcelona nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Great defending, strong and determined. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. I think we're just about done here. McAllister is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Brzezinski.
This is the time you need that pace.
And here's Inzaghi. And here's Dani Olmo. And this is Inzaghi. Chance for a shot! Saviola, given the lift of his goal. Now it's Darwin.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And that will be the final act. Barcelona have won it by sheer force of character, as winning... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The Estadio Urbano Caldera is small for a top-flight venue, but it makes up for that with its history and its heritage. We are just getting started. There is the lithe figure of Ed Milson.
Well, I think it's his athleticism that's helped him pioneer that style of playing out from the back, probably before the term even existed, Peter. He'll have a massive part to play in ensuring this team keeps its shape.
In what way?
Well, he'll effectively switch between centre-back and defensive midfielder, constantly sniffing out danger, but it's his ability to turn creator when he wins the ball back, which makes him so key.
Yeah, he's got the lot, hasn't he? No wonder his team, and indeed his national team, have been so successful with him in the side.
Spot on.
Can he finish? Goal! Israel!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
So, a breakthrough already. Doué will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Ed Milson, spread out to the left. Well timed, excellent interception. Threads one in. He's picked his way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Great ball, and he's in here.
And the shot!
Oh, it's hit the post. Schneider. Oh, it's a lovely, delicate pass. Quarter of an hour played. Baresi spots it and intercepts.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Takes the shot! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Ed Milson. And it's Zanetti. He's found a way through. That is lovely. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's heaved it away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. He's shifting through the gears here. Caceres. And Savinho. Caceres. And it's Schneider. Savinho looking to be a menace in the final third. He can run onto that, and this is Lampard. Savinho, great chance! It's a loose ball. He'll try to keep this alive. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. Israel with the corner, they're first. Cleared away. Ed Milson! Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So this to extend their lead. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Now it's Rodri. Baresi proves too strong. Schneider. Costa Curta cuts out the pass. Fermin. Now it's Girassi. Lampard gets across and deals with it. Schneider plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Pepe. Nicely shaped ball. Floated through. And that was asking for too much. Zanetti. Not the most accurate pass. And they've got a throw. Schneider. Zanetti. Savino. And this is Saviola. Looking for a runner. Good ball over the top. It's a goal kick. And he's gone direct here. And he's intervened well there. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, great save! Now that was quite some save.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
Keeper's dealt with that. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos que tomem conta de seus filhos durante a partida.